When will you stop avoiding your responsibilities? When will you stop avoiding life? And let's be real, let's call it out right now. What is it that you are avoiding right now? What is it that you are avoiding? Are you avoiding getting your tires changed? Are you avoiding getting making your first YouTube video? Are you avoiding writing the first page of your book that you've been dreaming to write for so long? What is it that's holding you back? Call it out. Call it by name so that it can come out into the light. Nothing can change unless you bring it out into existence. What is it? And once you've called it out, I invite you guys to then write it down into your trusty everything journal. This is my journal where I basically brain dump everything in it for a whole entire year. This is 2025's edition. So if you don't have one of these books, get one and write down what is it exactly that you are avoiding. And the reason I say this is because when you write down what you're avoiding, suddenly it becomes real. Like I said, it comes into existence. You now no longer can avoid what you've been avoiding. Now I want you to write this one simple question in your journals. I want you to ask, what am I avoiding right now? And why am I avoiding it? Are you avoiding it because you're afraid to fail? Are you avoiding it because it's too much work? Are you avoiding it because you feel like there's not enough time? And if that's the case, then you need to figure out what these excuses are. I've got another video talking about how to reveal these excuses and completely demolish them. Then, of course, ask the question why. I don't think we ask the question why enough. Why is one of the most valuable questions in the English language. I would even go as far as to say, why? And when we ask this question, our brain is forced to start turning the cogs, to start finding solutions, to start finding reasons. If you understand the reason why, if you understand the shadow behind your avoidance, it no longer has power because now you have the exact recipe to attack it head on. If the reason you're avoiding it is fear, then you know exactly what you need to do, what you need to change. You need to pull up your pants, gain some courage, and push forward. God has always said in the Bible, there's no need to fear. Fear is not an attribute of God. Fear is not an attribute of you. It's merely a signal from the amygdala or the limbic system, which is the survival instincts of the body. Essentially, it is the part of the brain that tries to keep you comfortable. I made a video a couple months ago talking about this and how Satan specifically attacks the limbic system. Why? Because it is the most primal side. It is the easiest to control. Because if the body is locked by fear, if it is locked by avoidance, if it is locked by comfort, then Satan can then take away the one thing that is most valuable, the one gift that God gave you to make you the person you need to become. And that is your agency, your ability to choose between right and wrong. That's why Satan tries to get people addicted to things like drugs or alcohol or pornography or coffee for that matter. How many people do you know? Or maybe you are that person that cannot go a day without drinking some coffee. Satan loves addiction. He will do anything that will target that limbic system so that you cannot decide for yourself, so that you do what so that you default to what is most comfortable. I promise you guys, by confronting the things that you're avoiding, by finding out the reason why you're avoiding them, you will change everything in your life. Remember, even though it's 2026, even though it's February and you've forgotten about your goals, your New Year's resolution from January, does not mean it's too late to start trying. Does not mean it's too late to get out of this avoidance cycle. It does not mean you don't have the power within to achieve everything around it. Someone else's results, someone else's experience with something does not have to determine or define the way you do it. You don't understand their work ethic. You don't understand what exactly they did or why they don't like this certain thing. If it's someone telling you, oh, you shouldn't get into drop shipping or whatever. Not that I've ever done that. I know nothing about that. But just as an example, you shouldn't get into drop shipping. You shouldn't start writing a book. It's too hard. If it's someone else telling it to you, you need to get out of your head. You need to get them out of your head and determine for yourself what you enjoy and what you love. Because if you care about something, if you know that something is right, then clearly it's a symbol and a signal from God. And you need to make that the priority and chase it. There is no way, for me, myself, there's no way I'm going to let 2026 pass by. And I'm not, and let all these dreams and goals and visions that I've had for years go unspoken. I'm not going to stop until something becomes physical in my life that came from my head. And you shouldn't either. My name is Gabriel Bowman. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss any of my future content. I'm going to be posting a lot like this month. And also, if you guys have any questions or if you need someone to reach out to, my email is in the bio. You can reach out to me anytime, and I will try to get back to you ASAP, or you'll see a video responding to exactly what you said. I'll see you later. Bye.